Hey guys, Jim here with the Twin Home Experts. Today we're inside of an attic and we're taking care of an insulation application. We're going to actually utilize a blown-in insulation. This attic had rodent infestation, so that's why you're not seeing any of the existing insulation in the base. So in this video, we're going to show you how to apply blown-in insulation and talk a little bit about the different values of insulation. Let's get right to it. All right guys, so I've got my insulation expert Josh. He's been on our team for many years. Amazing insulator with respect to determining the R factors and so forth. So Josh, couple questions that we get, can I put blown-in insulation over my existing insulation?
Absolutely. California's minimum requirements is an R13, and most of the older insulation, because of age, compresses and you lose your insulation ratio.
Yep.
So manufacturer does recommend going ahead and blowing over the existing insulation to gain a higher insulating ratio. And that way you could go as high as R49, which is about 20 inches thick. That will really provide a lot of value to your home as far as energy efficiency.
Yeah, in fact, you guys, Gil Garcetti had just put out a huge rebate right now with insulating your attic, so you may want to check that out. We're doing a lot of work because of that. So Josh, if you're a homeowner and you're a DIYer type, is this something a DIYer potentially can handle?
They can, as long as they're mechanically inclined and they don't have any opposition to getting into the attic and actually putting forth a little bit of elbow grease. Yep. It's certainly something that can be done on your own.
Okay. And then as far as cost, we're doing jobs as far as this range of like $3 to $6 a square foot?
Correct, and a lot of that factor is depending on the insulation ratio. It's entirely the homeowner's preference if they want to just do the minimum or if they really want to put forth and maximize their investment to go with a higher ratio.
Got it. Now, what's your thoughts with insulating just the horizontal? And I know, I've seen some other videos where they're insulating the actual rafters as well, the A-frames. What's your thoughts on that?
On the vertical surfaces or the diagonal surfaces, that it does give you a lot higher ratio, because that's where the sun's beating on the roof and that's where the majority of the heat's coming in. So it is worth the investment, but with that you cannot use blowing in, you have to use bats or foam.
Or foam, yep, got it. Okay, and so in today's video, guys, we're going to show you how we use our blown-in insulation machine. And we're going to be doing about an R30?
Or about an R30, which is about
R30 is what the customer recommended. So let's get showing you what that looks like right now. All right, guys, as you can see behind us, we've completely applied the attic with brand new blown-in insulation. A couple things to keep in mind, a couple tips. When you're blowing in the insulation, you've got these bays. And if you could see here behind us, or here, we went above, about 3 to 4 inches above the rafters. And that creates a much thicker energy efficient, which is about, would you say we probably accomplished about an R49 on this?
Yeah, in certain areas we're about 20 inches in depth, so we pretty much provided the maximum efficiency.
What's the difference between blown-in insulation versus the bats rolled-in insulation?
Well, the benefit of the blown-in is you can achieve as thick as you desire, as opposed to the roll-in that comes just an R13 or sometimes even an R19, but that's about the maximum benefit you're going to gain out of that.
What are two top tips, Josh, as far as, like, say, electrical
Primary factors are when you're dealing with the insulation and you have older incandescent or halogen light fixtures,
Yep.
you want to assure that you maintain a 3 to 4 inch distance around that can because of heat accumulation.
Is it flammable? Is it?
It's not so much flammable, but the lights themselves have high temperature sensors. You'll end up with your lights flickering once they get to a certain temperature.
Got it. Okay. And what's another tip that you can?
You want to always assure around some of your HVAC equipment, or if you have a tankless water heater up in the attic, you want to maintain clearance around that too, so you don't get the potential of being conductive if the materials are too close.
So you guys, the some of the great advantages of a blown-in insulation is that it's non-toxic.
Non-toxic, non-irritable. It's an eco-friendly product made by John Mansville.
Okay.
And it's a lot better than the older stuff that provided a lot of irritation to your upper respiratory system and your skin as well.
Okay, and then these here, you can get this product at like a big box store, Home Depot, I believe Lowe's may carry it.
They may.
Yep, so something to consider as well. If you are working in an attic, always recommend wearing, you know, a good face mask just to protect your respiratory system, especially if you're going to be cleaning out your attic, guys. It's very, very important to have the right proper products, air scrubbers down below in your indoor breathing space. So a couple tips like that would be a huge benefit to your application. All right, folks, well, hopefully this video helped. As always, thanks for watching.